Hello there lovely people, it's Alex from Nintendo Life here as usual, and I'm here to talk to you about the most recent happenings at SEGA HQ, and it's not all good news I'm afraid. In fact, none of it is really. SEGA have had a number of difficulties recently, and I don't think anybody can deny that. You only have to look at Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric, but enough of that game, enough has already been said about that game. As such, 300 members of staff, 300, have been offered what SEGA are calling voluntary retirement. Now, offered, voluntary, it all sounds a bit loose and we don't really know the absolute details of it. This is all in an effort to streamline and increase profitability and other such buzzwords that are used in business. And I think this may be due to the fact that whilst they are expecting a small profit at the end of this financial year, at the end of 2014 they were sitting on a grand total of 100 million yen, which is the equivalent of about £500,000 or $850,000, which is nothing for a company the size of SEGA. Furthermore, their plans for future games has been shifted to things like mobile platforms and PC gaming, rather than the traditional consoles like the Wii U, the 3DS, and all the other consoles that are available at the moment. The Xbox One, I think the 360 is still relevant, and the PS3, particularly in Japan, and of course the PS4. So it seems that SEGA really are trying to move away from that side of things, which is a real shame. Now of course we get to the nub of the matter. SEGA aren't doing very well, and Nintendo could do with a bit of a boost, and so as you've probably guessed from the title, should SEGA sell Sonic, the IP, the intellectual property of Sonic, to Nintendo? Sonic at its core is a platformer, and in, sort of later games it was more sort of a fast action platformer. The originals weren't actually that fast if you go back and look at them, but they always like to have that motif of speed around it, and that's what they introduced into the later games. As everyone and their dog knows, platformers and Nintendo go together like strawberries and cream. They're just such a good fit. Nintendo are always willing to redefine what a platformer is. You only have to look at Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2 to see just what they can do with that really old, archaic system of a platformer, all the way back to the original Super Mario Bros. And you look at the modern ones, as I've said, Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2, to see just how fantastic and broad and creative they can be with this genre. So with all this taken into account, if Nintendo were to somehow acquire Sonic as a character, I reckon they could do a fantastic job of making a brand new Sonic game, one of which we haven't seen the likes of in so many years. Like the originals, obviously, on the Mega Drive, even the 8-bit ones were fantastic. They were the ones I played, actually. I didn't have a Mega Drive, I only had a Master System. Some of the fondest memories I've ever had have been playing that. Blimey, crikey, that Sky level at the end, Sky Base I think it was called, that was far too difficult, horrendously difficult for a 6-year-old. But enough about what I think. What do you think? Do you think Nintendo could do justice to the Sonic IP if they were to somehow get their hands on it? Leave a comment in the usual place, which is down there if you didn't know. And be sure to check out nintendolife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo related content. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.